March 11, 2020 was also when Tom Hanks tested positive for COVID. The NBA canceled its season, the stock market tumbled, and President Donald Trump addressed the nation from the Oval Office.
The legacy from the pandemic is multiple. But unfortunately, I think the greatest legacy is we're now stuck with yet another winter respiratory virus that's potentially lethal.
COVID is still making people sick. The state continues to track cases, and Dr. Thomas Russo, chief of infectious diseases at the VA and UB, says it's important to remain vigilant.
COVID was sort of smoldering along. In fact, we had our two quietest COVID years the last 2 years. But despite that, COVID remains a more lethal virus than influenza. And last year, the number of hospitalizations were similar for both COVID and influenza, but there were more COVID deaths.
Dr. Russo added that it's not too late to get a COVID vaccine this year. He says seniors, immunocompromised people, or those with underlying conditions and diseases, and young kids should protect themselves.
Unfortunately, even though we don't do well with either influenza vaccines or COVID vaccines, more people are getting vaccinated against influenza, which is a less lethal disease, and fewer people are getting vaccinated against COVID. We really need to do better to minimize the consequences of these severe winter respiratory viruses.
Dr. Russo says, fortunately, in New York State and across the country, cases of flu, RSV, and COVID are heading downward. But he warns we're not done with this season yet. On your side, Kelly Dudzik, Channel 2 News.